Kia ora, good morning. It's a bit worrying when the finance person comes on after the CEO saying that it's a bit boring listening to her report. So, how does the numbers person bring a very important part of the organisation to life? I shall try. The key, I think, is to be quite succinct, and I'll certainly open it up at the end for any particular questions that anyone might have. Ordinarily, of course, organisations report annually. The INF reports every second year. So you have 2 sets of financial statements in your pack. But I will start with a snapshot on the 4-year cycle. I've been in this role now for 8 years, so 2 of these cycles. And it did take my little brain a while to adjust to how important a successful World Cup is to the organisation, obviously for our players and the elite athletes, the fans, to have a thrilling world-class event. But secondly, and I don't know how you've got to weigh them equally, we do rely on that event to fund the organisations in a very significant way. So this snapshot that you've got in front of you shows that in 2015, the impact of a very successful World Cup in Sydney. The flow on the green bar, that we've got actual versus budget there. There was some additional surplus that came once the financial statements were all wrapped up into the 2016 year. And then 2017 and 2018, largely scarily, can budget really well. The income sources are pretty well known. It's really difficult to reach into other sources of income, although people do work very hard to make sure we do maximise the opportunities that are in front of us. And from an expense perspective, a decision was made in 2015 with the success of that World Cup to invest in the INF Secretariat. So you've heard Claire, she's introduced you to the team earlier on this morning, in particular umpiring, so that full-time resource. Christina, I think, kicked in and just before World Cup 2015 in August. In the communications area, I know Nikki worked additional hours through that period, and now you've seen the additional resources from the interns who bring their young brains to challenge the traditional modes of communicating with people, and you can see the great impact those young folk have made into the team. So that's all I really wanted to say here, that this really important part of that slide is the importance of the World Cup in a 4-year cycle, and that the organisation has invested. So our expenditure in the 3 years actually was only break even because we got more income in than we had anticipated from World Cup 2015, and we've pretty much run at a deficit of around about £300,000 each year, which is largely people. Right, into a little bit of detail for the 2 years. You can see in this slide the sources of our income. In the off cycles, we are very dependent on membership fees and very dependent on the larger members who do contribute more than 75% of the membership fees. We are dependent on the event income, so Fast 5 has been an important event from a financial perspective, as well as for the fans, and I know it's taken the countries that have run those events a lot of energy, and the payback has been a great weekend. It's just how do you take that and put that into the bigger picture. So that might be one of those strategic things that we include in the 2020 plan. Other than subscriptions and event income, we do have sponsorship income. So thank you to Gilbert, that's our significant sponsor. And and there is some grant income and other income from investment income. Looking over to expenditure now. Thanks to Claire and Angela, the financial statements are reported under those 3 goals that Claire just reported in her presentation a moment ago. You can see the split between governing with integrity, thrilling world-class events, the blue block, and the yellow block being the empowering through netball. Just one further way to look at the expenditure is to see the split from a percentage perspective. And this has changed. If we go back in the cycle 4 years ago, the governing with integrity side would have been more than half, and comparatively less in the empowering through netball. So that's where you've seen a significant increase, and we'd love it obviously to be more. And as Claire mentioned, the launching of the foundation that you'll hear about through the next few days is the significant initiative the INF has in this area. The financial statements are in your pack, so the board have approved those financial statements. They've been audited, so we're just asking Congress to receive the financial statements for 2017 and 2018 along with the annual report. Auditors, the topic here for auditors was to think about the length of time the audit firm has been in place and the potential issue around familiarity and therefore the impact on independence. We also considered the quality of the audit and the effectiveness and efficiency of which the audit process runs, of which we're very happy with. So we're very happy to report that we carried out a full review of the audit process, worked with our current auditors, Beavers and Struthers. They have agreed to rotate the audit partner to ensure that we have a fresh perspective, and in this last year they also introduced a second partner to review the work. With that assessment having carried out, the board approved that we continue on with Beavers and Struthers, so they have been appointed for the 2019 year. I shall pause for a moment. If there were any questions from anyone, I'm really happy to take them, or I can talk to you in the break. Okay, thank you very much. It is time for coffee, I think. No?
South Africa?
Ah.
We got the roving mic. Roving mic.
Blanche, could you just
one moment.
Could you just hold a minute while we get you a microphone, please?
Thank you. Thank you for a comprehensive report. Just curiosity from our side, I don't see specifically the sponsor's income. Or where do you put that? It's just a matter of interest.
Sorry? Sorry, can we put Claire's microphone on?
Hello, South Africa.
Hello.
Hello. In the detailed Congress papers, you actually received the full set of accounts. So in the it is actually, I believe it's in there. If it's not, I will get you the information.
Okay.
Right.
And thank you. Just as a matter of interest.
Yeah,
it's on our website as well. Yeah.
And now that Claire's given me a minute, and I had the accounts in front of me, so we earned £80,000 in 2017 and £70,000 in 2017 from sponsorship.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions? None?
No.
Thank you, Anne.
You're welcome.
We'll take a motion to